But what would you? How would you say "bro" in Mandarin?
I actually don't know. I'm sorry. I don't have enough experience speaking Chinese slang for people.
The map is Ohana.
The matchup is.
I'm not sure, but they'll find out. Terran versus Terran. So our first Terran versus Terran, and the map is Ohana. The bottom right-hand corner. The opponent is
the red Terran. Killing sprees. KsChacal.
KsChacal. And his opponent in the opposite corner, the only other spawn on Ohana, it's the blue Terran. Killing sprees situation.
Every time I hear situation, I'm just reminded of that Jersey Shore guy who just had like the washboard abs.
Oh, that's the worst.
It is.
I wonder if this guy. You know what? I'd use up my one change name for that.
Yeah, I don't.
I would. I would totally do it.
We love your situation. It's just that your name has, connotations that.
Le situation.
Now I'm just thinking about a French situation.
Do you spell it the same in French? Situation and situation? Yeah. Yes, you do apparently. So his name is actually Situation, I bet.
Situation?
Oh, but I don't know if I should say it.
Let's say.
I'll call him
say what we have. Okay, so TBT on Ohana. What do you think about this matchup?
I was reading, but thanks for throwing me under the bus there. Terran versus Terran. What I think about this matchup is not the popular opinion. I know a lot of people love Terran versus Terran. I think it's like Day 9 always talks highly of it. Our production manager, one of our production guys, Tony, talks highly of it as well. What I don't like about Terran versus Terran is when it's mech versus mech, siege versus siege. It's just it's very strategic and it's very awesome for that reason, but it's very slow, I find, and it makes it a little more boring for me. I love it when you see bio versus bio in Terran versus Terran because it's a lot faster, there's a lot more happening, or even crazy, not as common builds. But when you go siege versus siege, I tend to not like it as much, which makes it one of my least favorite of the matchups, to be honest.
We can see that, just in this build, there is a deviation already. Our red Terran KsChacal has gotten a gas. So he will be going a little bit more aggressive in the sense that he could get some early Reapers out. He could be getting an earlier factory. On the other hand, situations decide just to stick with gasless.
Mr. Quinn, are you able to change the overlay to the first one? Or did you want to do this one just to showcase it? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like this one a lot better. This is my favorite.
This is a good one.
Even though the production gets moved from what most people are used to, I mean, it's only a little bit of a difference. But I like this one. It's a lot cleaner and gives you everything you need at the top there. It's good times. It's good times. So we have the factory already being put down for KsChacal. So he's rapidly moving into his metal-laden tech.
For sure, and it seems like, he's already making a tech lab with that barracks as well. So this could be a very early swap. It could be a very early siege tank push. And if you do get those siege tanks earlier than your opponent, if you're sieging at the front of their base, you can do some terrible, terrible damage.
So we'll see what he decides to do. This is actually getting a Reaper. So a Reaper coming out for KsChacal, getting that with the tech lab that he produced off of his barracks. And he's going to have a little bit of a nice harass situation. It's going to give him a lot of map control. He's going to be able to control a lot of the area. He's going to force out a lot of the response out of his opponent's situation. And his situation is really going to be playing by KsChacal's rule. If KsChacal is very careful with the Reaper, he will be able to do many great things with it.
That's an upgrade you don't see very often. It's the Nitro packs for the Reaper, so use that factory to get that upgrade, allowing the Reaper to move way faster. And it seems like he's just going to stop with this one Reaper, so I'm not too sure why he's getting this upgrade just right now. Yeah, definitely hiding that Reaper. Doesn't
getting
want
another one as well. So he's going a very, very dangerous harass build. So what this is going to allow him to do is get some harass in both the front with his Hellions and the back with his Reapers. And with the speed, both of these units are going to be absolutely devastating to deal with.
And also a Hellion as well, just going all the harass paths right now. He has a starboard coming up.
Just gotta see a Banshee.
Exactly. Once he gets a Banshee, he's got the whole trinity of harass.
Terran, most troll race.
Yeah, look at that.
Everything's a harass unit.
The worker killer race. They just don't like workers. I see the Marine trying to run from the flamethrower, but he is taken out by the Hellion. Now the vision belongs to KsChacal, although a little squadron of Marines are going to be pushing out. The 2 Reapers now with Nitro Boots almost finished. And there's another battle for the Watchtower up there. Hellion versus more Marines.
Hellion leaves. So those 4 Marines are able to retake that Zelnaga Tower. What do you want to say?
I just want to say that this army is a Marine's nightmare. Everything does plus damage to light arm.
Yeah, everything's a light killer. Workers and Marines are going to fall by the wayside at the end of a flamethrower or those double pistols, whatever they're called, on the Reapers. What do they even hold? I know that the Marines hold Gauss rifles, but I don't really know many of the other weapons. Side blades for Protoss, Zealots. you know what they're called?
They're
I don't
called.
think they just say it anywhere. You don't know what off the top of
They
your head?
do. Well, we can't. With one thing with GameHeart, we can't really see the
Original overlay.
original
Does it say it
overlays.
in that?
It does. It tells
Oh, I
you
never
exactly
noticed.
what the weapons are called. That's when you go
Means
over the
means.
Hellions and you go, oh, it's Blue Flame Hellion or
Blue Flame
Free-
Harrion.
Yeah, Harrion.
So here they come. Everything's actually coming in through the front. So this is going to be
Oh.
very strong. You can see just how quickly that light unit fell. And now he's deciding to go
Look
into
at
the
this.
corner. Medevac drop. No, the Reapers do come up and they get picked up very quickly.
Well.
So die very cheaply. This Marine DPS is too much and losing many units there. That was not as effective as he probably hoped it would be.
That escalated quickly.
I
I thought it was going to be huge, but it looks like the
Yeah,
Marine ball was just too much DPS. I thought the Reapers would just tear apart from those Marines, but I guess the DPS of that ball once it's all together is just too much. Now Helen's trying to run around, scoot around, trying to do some damage, getting a nice little roast there, but really not doing too much.
No, so the medevac was brought for the express purpose of doing an elevator drop, but because that SCV was right at the front of the ramp and found it in time, it allowed SiTuaTioN just enough time to bring his Marines into position and beautifully deflected. So now, though, you can see how SiTuaTioN's a little paranoid. He's like, wait a second, I might get dropped in the back. This isn't really cool. And we do see the Cloak Banshee transition. So this is an extremely troll build, very annoying to deal with. You can see the Banshee being built, our production manager clicking furiously back and forth. That's probably the most APM he's ever had in his life. And now the medevac is coming into the back of the base and going to be dropping some units in the back. But we already saw the situation was preparing for it earlier. I'm not sure if he's ready for it this time. No, these units wisely being put right in the corner. So now a big army is going to be inside the base. But is this Marine ball going to be able to defend against this?
And once again, it looks like the Marine ball is going to be able to defend. I mean, some units we're going to another Hellion coming down. The Reaper's going to try to do some damage, but no, the Marines are enough to take out everything here.
Oh, no.
But he did, make the Marine numbers a little smaller, but
He
with them
thinned them
coming
out a
out
little, yeah.
5 at a time.
Yeah, it's a never-ending battle. It's a war you don't really want to face. Here comes the Banshee. He is going to at least force out a couple scans, if anything else. But the Banshee is coming right up to the front like a boss, deciding to say, I don't need to go over impassable terrain. I like to follow the path that my land units take, because I am not pretentious like that. Instead, the Banshee does decide finally he is going to go around the very back, and he does have an opportunity to do some major damage on the base. But look at the worker count difference. It's 29 for KsChacal. It's 40, well now 39 for SiTuaTioN. I don't know what happened to that one SCV.
Oh, well, it's just getting shot by that Banshee. That's exactly
what's happening.
So numbers now for the SCVs, for SiTuaTioN are going to thin. There's nothing going to defend this Banshee. Here come the Marines coming out. But once the Banshee closes out, I don't think there's a scan available. It doesn't look like there is.
Beautiful timing.
Oh, and there is a scan. So probably on the other command center there, the Banshee is going to skirt around and lead these Marines on a merry chase.
So
Meanwhile, though, we
He's
have a
gotta get
turret
in there.
coming up. And will he be able to get this SCV before the turret completes? I like the harass right now because, behind it, KsChacal is expanding. He already has his other command center up, and he is mining. But
so he's still got to do a lot more damage. He actually was able to draw the worker counts even now. So this harassment has been done exactly what he needed it to do. In the meantime, it looks like SiTuaTioN is staking a lot on this medevac drop. He should probably just drop his units off by that fire and just let them sing some hymns and go to sleep. But instead, they're going to push into the base of KsChacal, and now the siege tank or the tanks up at the front are not in any position to deal with this.
this siege tank is not going to do anything against the Marines who drop right here. They're probably going to take out the starport right away, but decide to drop and going after the reactor because you don't want them to have any more gas. A nice drop there. All the SPs are being evacuated, running down to their natural. Nice zoom out there by John Quinn. And here comes the army. SP's leading the charge. Hell is trying to get into a good position, doing some roast.
Beautiful.
But there's just so much DPS repairing the command. So doesn't want that to die. And will his Marine ball be able to take this up?
So he was able to defend that now that his tanks did come in. His slow-moving tanks were able to shoot down as much as he possibly could. He did repair that command center back to full health, and he did repel that attack. So he did stabilize, although now he's down to 22 workers compared to 37.
Yep, and that that number of workers is just going to get higher and higher, especially with the third commands that are now complete for SiTuaTioN, falling and not falling, but moving slowly. And here comes a drop again, just not stopping with the pressure. Gonna see if he can snipe some siege tanks here, which he might be able to get one, but no, the TPS
beautiful
is too
pickup.
much.
So that medevac worth its weight in gold, picking up that tank, making sure that he doesn't die, and now able to heal up some of those SCVs as well. So those medevacs have now pretty much been mopped up. Only one Marine remains, and now, this Viking, beautiful stutter step, is trying to shoot down this one medevac. He will get one down, so beautiful play right there. He might even be able to shoot down the other one. Just a little more micro to make sure the one Marine doesn't take him down. So this is really good play by KsChacal and making sure that he gets his money's worth out of his unit.
I just like the way that a Vikings turn. It seems like so jerky. It's like laser missiles, but
Okay.
it was just really funny to see.
Yeah.
No, really.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Just to let you guys know that zoom out was actually a feature of the GameHeart UI that we got. And now here we go again.
And
you
this
can
is
see
the value of that zoom out. He's going to be able to see just how far he can siege, and
Oh
he's
my
taking out
goodness.
these Marine numbers. A beautiful shot by those siege tanks, although the numbers of Marines are way in excess, and now they're going to be able to mow through the rest of these siege tanks. He was able to thin them out very quickly, though. So now we'll have to see how he's able to defend against this small army of mains.
Meanwhile, in the upgrade division, we see KsChacal basically finishing up. We have
Where does the CVs going?
I think they're going to go... Oh, he thought an attack was coming, was going to pull the SVs just to repair that siege tank to let it do an extra couple more shots. Blue Flame Hellions are complete for our Red Terran here, although not that many Hellions on the map anymore.
No, now the medevac numbers are growing for SiTuaTioN. This will allow him not only to heal his bio army, but afford him the freedom of mobility to do drops in the back and be very effective against this very static siege army. The Hellions are trying to skirt around the army of Note. They're going to be seen. Actually, they're going to see each other. So this is going to give both players visibility and knowledge of what the other's trying to do. KsChacal has to react much quicker, though. He doesn't have anything in position. These medevacs that are filled with units are already ready.
Oh,
they're going to drop right on top of the siege tanks, and these siege tanks are going to do as much as they can to possibly shoot, but now they're starting to hurt each other with the splash of their own weapons, and actually we're able to clear up a lot of the forest. But one tank and a couple Marines remain.
There's not much left in the base here for KsChacal. He has his Hellions at the third base, but really, there wasn't that many SCVs there. However, they are going to be moving into the natural right now. The Blue Flames, some Marines are going to do some damage. Marauder's going to come and save the day, and these Hellions are going to do... Oh, but one more roast.
No, now it looks like very dangerous times for KsChacal. He does have his Thor out. Thor is here, and Thor is down! Thor does not last very long. The CC in the base is dead. This is not looking like a very favorable position for our Red Terran KsChacal, and he has to...
And good luck in the tournament. I could read that because